Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams and I am in San Diego, California. And I want you to pay attention here to this audio file here that was caught recorded yesterday because of the overt harassment that I experienced at the North University Public Library. As you can clearly see, it was this audio file comes from March 6, 2013. And the time began at 3:45 because what I was doing was preparing to go outside to have a cigarette. But what I want you to understand something is that I have on multiple audio files gang stalking being said around me like you would not believe in the North University Public Library in San Diego. And the reason why this is done is it's what's called a direct conversation tactic, where they'll say certain words that you have been sensitized to. Okay? Go to Google and type in sensitization and gang stalking. And what they basically do is get around you and repeat certain words or phrases that they have you sensitized to in order to make you feel stalked, because it's the amount of repetition of how much you hear these words. See what they do. Let me give you a story here. You can go to Google and type in how and cross-reference these the description of this story to gang stalking. What they did with this one girl is they had her raped, and then they shoved a sack in her mouth as they were raping her. And then they got along her path on subsequential days and threw socks along her path to remind her about the traumatization and to intimidate her concerning going to the police. It got to the point with her to where they did it around her so often to where they even got the business community on board in reference to, like, say if you were raped and a sock was shoved in your mouth as you were being raped, and then every single day after the rape, multiple times each day, they would have individuals get along that woman's path and throw socks along her path to remind her about the rape. Then, when she would go into stores, they would have employees approach her with packages of socks and ask her, "Did you leave these here? Did you want to buy these?" And this is all done to remind this woman that she was raped. It's called victimization and re-victimization, based on a trauma that they initiated. Well, that's what they're doing around me, is they're literally having people get around me and repeat the name of the crime that's happening concerning me, okay, overtly, by literally having the audacity to get around me and saying gang stalking. Now, I have over 400 audio files of gang stalking being said around me in multiple locations on huge duration calendar dates in reference to the last almost year. 400 audio files in separate locations, and even locations that are 160 miles apart. Yeah. Now, I want you to listen to this, because you can clearly hear me say that I'm getting ready to go out and have a cigarette, okay? And you can also hear me making statements about me noticing visually, because I was in the computer room, and as I was turning my head, preparing to pick up my belongings and everything, I was turning my head, and the actual manager and a library employee was gaslighting me from a distance with physical gestures. And that's why I made the comments that I made in this digital audio file before I actually got up to go out to have a cigarette. Okay? And look in the description of this YouTube video concerning a blog that was written concerning me right before this incident occurred. Okay? Now I want you to listen to this very closely. Go outside to have a cigarette. Let's see if anything occurs towards me as I go outside from any library employee or patron or both. You're going to hear me typing for about 3 minutes. Just a GangStalker.
The burping thing.
And who are you supposed to be?
I'm the branch manager.
Yeah, I know you are. I've seen you engaging in some criminal activity inside this library, and,
Why don't you have a copy of the rules?
I don't need a copy of your rules.
I think you might.
Really? Why's that?
I'm gonna go with number 5 here.
Okay. You're a city employee, right? Which means you're paid for with my tax dollars. So are you guys engaging in GangStalking in this library? Because I just caught one of your...
Number 5 to your attention.
I'm bringing something to your attention.
Annoying.
And if I have to file a report downtown, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Okay, in a heartbeat.
Oh, okay. So are you going to stop burping and disturbing other patrons?
I'm not disturbing anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about with the burping. What are you talking? How many numbers of complaints? Really?
I've gotten 2 complaints about the eating and the burping in the computer.
Really?
You just burped by me and my coworker by the information.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I also just caught your employee saying GangStalking on digital audio file. Why would he be saying that?
Okay, you know what? If you can't comply with the rules,
why would he be saying that? You're not answering my question. Why would he be saying GangStalking when I walk by? Why?
I'm not going to answer your question because I don't find it very relevant. This is about you and your behavior.
My behavior is totally appropriate. It's your behavior.
So if I called the police right now saying I have a patron that's not playing by the rules,
you want to use my phone?
You'd be okay.
You can use my phone.
We can all have a conversation with the police.
Go for it. Go for it right now. I'm not afraid of the police. I'm not afraid of your intimidation, and I'm not afraid of your harassment.
Okay.
You're intimidating me right now with the police for burping. That don't make no sense.
I'm just asking you to abide by the rules of the library, okay?
Sir, if anybody burps, what are you going to do? Follow everybody out of the library who might burp?
No, it's because by now that is the 3rd incident.
The 3rd says who? Says other people that are out?
2 other patrons complain about
Where are they at?
And I have not come to address you because I don't want to harass you.
Oh, but
if you're going to draw attention to yourself by burping in a public place.
What are you saying GangStalking for in there then? GangStalking is a federal offense. Actually, it's a criminal offense. Okay. So why are your employees saying GangStalking inside the library?
I'm not out to harass you.
Why are you saying it then as I walk by? You can call the police. I'm not afraid of the police. I'm not afraid of you either.
This isn't about you being afraid of me.
Then don't come out here and harass me for burping.
I'm asking you to respect the rules of the library.
Really? Then don't say GangStalking as I walk by, because I'm not stupid.
Okay. All right. Well, would you like us to
say it again, I'll call the police on you. If it's said one more time.
Okay, go ahead and call the police on me for saying the word GangStalking.
That's right. So you're admitting that you said it then. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so you don't want a copy of the rules of the library?
I need a copy of your rules.
Okay. Well, let this be my warning to you. If
don't warn me about anything, because I'll call the rules of the library again. The library is funded by my tax dollars. You know what?
Well, you can explain that to the police who are also funded by your tax dollars.
Go for it. You can call them again. I got a phone right here.
We have some very simple rules. It's really not hard.
Yeah?
I'm not out to get anyone. I'm not out to bother anyone.
Really? That's why you're saying GangStalking as I walk by?
Ma'am, I'm trying to have an honest conversation with you.
Oh, really? So, I know you haven't denied saying it.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Okay. Okay. Just letting you know you're being recorded right now.
Oh, okay. You're recording me. Okay, wonderful. So you don't want this copy of the rules of conduct?
That's what happens when people get harassed. Don't warn me about nothing, because I'll call the police on you.
Okay.
Alright? Feel comfortable.
That's okay. I'm sure the cops will take me away and not you.
Hey, look. You want to threaten me with arrest, buddy? I'll hire a lawyer and sue you. Don't think I won't. Now, the thing that you gotta understand here is that I said that I was being gaslighted by the manager and an employee while I was still in the computer room, okay? Because as I was picking up my belongings after I got done typing on the keyboard, I was looking up, okay? And I noticed that they were gaslighting me with the physical gestures as I was picking up my belongings, and that's why I made the statement in this digital tape recorder that I'm being gaslighted right now by the manager and the employee. Gaslighting is a term that describes gang-stalking tactics. And then I walked out of the computer room, walked by them, and they said gang stalk. Now, what's the likelihood of that happening? Me saying that I'm seeing the manager and an employee gaslight me. I walk out of the room and walk by them, and they say gang stalk. Gaslighting is a gang-stalking activity. What's the likelihood of that occurring if this crime wasn't occurring in their library by their employees? Think about this. I'm in a totally separate room from where they were at their desk. I make a statement in my digital tape recorder as I'm picking up my belongings to leave that computer room, and then walk by them as I'm walking out, and I say I'm literally, because I was witnessing them gaslight me with physical gestures as I was picking up my belongings in the computer room, so I made a statement about it in this digital tape recorder that was attached to my bra. Now then I walk out of the computer room, and then as I walk by them, they say GangStalk. Gaslighting, which was said by me as a result of me witnessing visually that they were gaslighting me from their position in reference to where I was in the computer room. I seen them gaslight me, so I said I'm being gaslighted right now by the management and the employees. Then I leave the computer room and walk by them, and they say GangStalk. The gaslighting is a term that describes gang stalking. Do you understand what I'm saying? What's the likelihood of me saying I'm being gaslighted right now by employees as a result of me seeing them from the computer room concerning where they were standing at their desk? I then walk by them and they say GangStalk. Gaslighting is a gang stalking activity. Think about it. Thank you.